This is Mission Control Houston. This is the International Space Station Flight Control Room for the week of January 21st aboard the International Space Station. The room this week has been staffed by flight directors supporting all of the activities in the room and on board the International Space Station. Flight Director Tony Sacacci is one of several flight directors that have watched over the teams all week long. The teams have watched over the crew's shoulders throughout a very busy week for the expedition crew, which is made up of Commander Kevin Ford, Russian cosmonauts Oleg Novitsky, Yevgeny Tarelkin, and Roman Romanenko, along with Dr. Tom Marshburn and Canadian Space Agency astronaut Chris Hadfield. These 6 crew members will be together until mid-March, when the 3 you see on the left side of the logo return home on March 14th. The other 3 on the right side will remain behind on the station as part of Expedition 35 and will stay on board until mid-May. While the astronauts and cosmonauts worked inside, a week-long demonstration took place each day to help prove the concept of refueling spacecraft in orbit robotically, using the space station as a technology test bed. The robotic refueling mission operations have been underway all week long and ended early Friday morning with the actual simulated transfer of fuel in the robotic refueling demonstration. The crew has been spread throughout the station, performing human research, biological and physical research experiments, including taking urine and blood samples, a periodic activity that helps continue to learn how the human body adapts and handles long-duration stays in space. The crew also worked with a capillary flow experiment, which is designed to take a close look at how fluids flow across surfaces with complex geometries in the space environment. This will hopefully help improve computer models that are used in designing fluid transfer systems and fuel tanks on future spacecraft. Ultrasound scans of astronauts on board have been carried out during part of the week to help study the atrophy of the heart muscle and try to understand how to maintain cardiovascular systems for long-duration stays in space as well. The Russian crew members on the station worked primarily in the Russian segment, performing maintenance on the station's exercise treadmill. They replaced a controller in the vibration isolation system of that treadmill and also conducted an experiment studying the feasibility of generating electricity through solar radiation, which is reflected off of the Earth's surface. The work continued on the binary colloidal alloy test, or BCAT, science experiment, which takes a look at different types of colloids, microscopic particles that are suspended in liquid. This helps investigators understand and how to improve in the manufacturing processes here on Earth. Spinal ultrasound scans also were conducted this week, and so were some eye tests between some of the crew members. Crews also conducted a air velocity measurement of the station's atmosphere to help understand how to make sure that carbon dioxide doesn't form in pockets in different areas of the station to maintain a smooth airflow around all of the equipment on board. The in-space experiment was carried out quite a bit throughout the week as well, to understand colloids or liquids in the microgravity environment and how they are affected by a microgravity or a magnetic field. And also the checkouts of the U.S. spacesuits in the airlock was conducted, periodic checks, and also a heat exchanger was swapped out in that airlock as well. So the crews had a very busy week. They'll spend the weekend pretty much off duty. They always have housekeeping chores and some experiment checks that are conducted. They'll talk with their families as well, and also have conversations with the ground, obviously, as needed. And so they'll pretty much have off-duty time available to them over the weekend. So that's it aboard the International Space Station for this week. And of course, the crew will have another busy week set up for them next week as well.